Alright, day 2 with my new model. Just give it another minute and then I'll make the reveal of the new definitive version of the TaiMOOnin model. Right, so the game, for the first time in its history, has a new event, but this event in particular is unique because it's related to the Taimanin Asagi animation series that aired or that was released 20 years ago. So what the game decided to do to commemorate that is make it into an event, focusing specifically on Asagi as your playable character to use. In which that's the event that I'll be doing tonight. So with that said, I'll reveal the new TaiMOOnin model. Top, frizzly hair, the Taimanin styled skin-tight suit, the gloves, cow tail, and then finally for the feet, metal hooves, in which I've modified the colors a bit compared to the 4.0 version. So pretty much that's my new TaiMOOnin outfit. And then I've also modified the neck area. Now this makes it my second cosplay. My second remastered my second cosplay for actual TaiMOOnin, but a remastered version of the original TaiMOOnin outfit, in which it's been modified. And this is what I'll be using for future Action TaiMOOnin streams from here on. Oh, whoops. Touched cow. Do it now. You arrived at just the right time, Kaldor. Alright, now let's play. And begin the new season.
Konnichiwa.
So, to start off, these three here now have passive abilities. Asagi, Rin, and Rinko, they now have passive abilities because of the update. Of course, I'm referring to this middle ability here.
Konnichiwa.
Similar in hair color, more or less.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, I could see that.
いよいよ任務よ。準備はいい?
Okay, that's pretty much the same as the other events, but this this event in particular, since it's focusing on Asagi herself, and considering that the Taimanin Asagi series turned 20 last year. So what the devs did is commemorate that series into an event. But considering the nature of the Taimanin series, I'm pretty sure this is toned down. A very toned down version of the original series, you know, for reasons. And also the fact that the game is still on Google Play. Why? I have no clue. Even though Google Play's been giving them shit for the past couple of years. But yeah, this event, that's what I'm focusing on tonight. And for once, since this is a character-focused event, of this kind of event. or be bold like Horizon Walker, or as bold as the Horizon Walker devs. They can do that, but they couldn't, otherwise they risk the game being 18 plus, and it won't be sold anywhere. That's the unfortunate part. Yeah, so... yeah, so this, since this is focused on Asagi, I'm gonna be playing with her, since she is the main focus of the event. But I do have the option to choose whatever characters I want for XP. Yeah, they are. Way bolder. Way more bolder than the Japanese devs. At least today. And they've proven that fact to be true. Yeah, they really should. Who needs XP? Who really needs XP right now? Sakura. Give me my titties back. As I was saying, yep, so for once I'm gonna take my time with reading through the storyline of the event, since this is the first that I've seen this particular type of event where it's focused on a specific character that you play as. So, let's begin. I don't know if this is gonna be dubbed, as in like, you know, voice line or actual voice acting in here, but let's see. So basically just how the whole Taimanin universe came to be. How it originally started, at least for Action Taimanin's version. So how would they tell it in this game? Although that word, we just basically refer to it as sexy ninjas. At least in the fandom. black hair. That's purple, my guy. That's purple, game. I don't know what you mean by black hair. If it's supposed to be black hair, then why isn't it black hair? That's the thing. Or maybe it could be like the reflection of the light, because the way I see it, it's purple hair to me. I'm guessing because of the reflection of the lighting and stuff. And the story's being told. And hence why she became a bastard ninja. Or a bastard Taimanin. Yeah, I never really liked Oboro anyway, especially when she revealed herself in the early chapters of the game. She's always been like a bitch anyway, so never even bothered to get her anyway. Oh yeah. Uh, when's the game? When's the game coming out? And if so, have they mentioned like a Steam date release for it as well? Because I would imagine they would release it on mobile first and then onto Steam, like maybe a year later or something. Like how they did it with Action Taimanin. And also I did see a clip of Kirara from Taimanin Squad. She sounds a lot more high-pitched in Taimanin Squad, whereas in Action Taimanin she sounds a little more mature.
Asagi, Kenzan.
January 15th for mobile, March for open beta. Open beta for... Or is this just open beta in general, regardless if it's on mobile or PC? invoking them given these abilities. And Oboro, I assume, would be the boss in this first section. March is the official start of everything next week, like a beta test. And there's also for like a PC port as well, or also, how do you like my new version of my TaiMOOnin outfit? Time to die, bitch.
任務完了。さあ、祈祷しましょう。
Oh, how she underestimated her. PC port didn't tell about it yet, and yeah, nice outfit. Yes. Well, I made this new version of my TaiMOOnin outfit more leaning towards more of its actual TaiMOOnin outfit, which is why the suit's skin tight. And I'll just show you real quick, at least the full model, since you just came in. Pretty much the whole skin-tight suit vibe, with cow aesthetics, which is why I have the cow tail and hooves. Thanks. And also, pretty much, or when was the last time you've ever seen a Taimanin character that had like a cow vibe to them, or like cow aesthetics on them? Not that many. Or like a Taimanin that's like half cow, half human. Oh, well, now you have. And I can definitely say that I'm the only VTuber that actually has a Taimanin outfit. Yeah, probably, considering like the amount of... Or even in RPG Ecstasy, they probably might have some for all I know. Considering, you know, that the Taimanin universe has multiple universes and canon stuff. So it's a possibility. Now, if she were truly dead, you would slice her head off and then bury it somewhere else, so that her head and her body can be far away from each other. But if I remembered right, that did not go as planned. So what happens here? Yeah, pretty much that's what it is. If they actually retold the actual Taimanin Asagi story, then it would definitely get them in trouble with Google Play. And maybe Steam, for that matter. And yeah, I'd figured it'd be more of an SFW thing, because the original one was very spicy. And I would know since I actually have seen at least the first episode of the original one. But yeah, if they actually went ahead and told the actual story, I don't know how they would manage to get that through without getting into the sex scenes. Or maybe this could be like an alternative way of how this went if everything went well for Asagi. Google Play, they're a bunch of bitches, so. But I'm pretty sure you, me, and Caldor know that. Okay, so I'm guessing this is like an alternate scenario of Taimanin Asagi if things went according to plan. That's a maybe. Unless it also ties into Sakura and then she comes into the scene. I'm guessing that's how it'll go, concerning the original one. Okay, yeah, Nomad's still around, so this is just Asagi now as a retired Taimanin. So, how does this go?
What? Yeah. What? Okay.
So, what could this be? Withdrawal? Still feel like her work isn't finished. Because I know Edwin Black, he's very hard to get. At least concerning the original Taimanin series, like, he's hard to get. Her master, Toyo. Her master, Toyo. Before he turned evil. Or before he became a terrorist. So then come out of retirement to deal a heavy blow to the new threat. I have her butler outfit, but I don't think I have her teacher outfit. Maybe I might get it. Right, her boyfriend, Sawaki. Yeah, I'm curious to see how they explain this, cause I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with how the Taimanin series animations end. They do not end well. So I'm curious to see how they explain this through, at least for this game. See how they end it. Unless that's his first name, Kyosuke. Yusai Igawa, Asagi and Sakura's dad. So then, who were their mother? Who mothered Asagi and Sakura? And was she also a Taimanin as well? That's the question. Puts on the good old suit. So, demonic possession, I feel like that's gonna happen. Not with Asaki, but with her boyfriend. So, this is just gonna be a training grounds type thing.
川浅木剣山
She's got that eyebrow riz to her little animation.
レンジか
And then Soeka. Right, let me give that a try. Oh, oh, that's a good ability.
セイントクロススラッシュレンジか 決着をつけましょうやるわね忍法殺人か 任務完了さあ祈祷しましょう
So I guess a lot of dilemma going through her head or something of what's to come. The usual take no for an answer Japanese mentality. Never taking no for an answer. Then Sakura, then Yukikaze. Then I believe it was Shiranui next. Then Murasaki. No. Yukikaze, Shiranui. No. Yukikaze, Rinko, Shiranui, and then Murasaki. If I remember the order correctly. And that's her weakness. Okay, so she's learning and realizing what she's gotten herself into. Sweetheart, I don't think you understand what she's trying to tell you. So, this guy. Okay, so this makes sense for why these alleyways and other locations exist. Now it's starting to make a lot more sense. And I'm just realizing that I have to beat normal and hard difficulty with only Asagi and the form that she's in. I just realized that. Okay, so did okay, so did okay, so did talk about that the arena. If it resembles Oboro, then it is Oboro. She's gullible. Well, when she wants to.
Yes, I don't know,
So that's to say that she's still alive. Popping the question right there, son. Some demons fucking around with her. So, it's a setup then. So she possessed his body. Or is that from the tumors? Yeah, she took over his body.
Asagi, Kenzan.
Okay, so that's the direction that they're going. Okay, now would this continue into the arena like in the original animation? That's the thing. Alright then. So now it all falls onto Sakura. Okay, so then how would they tell this story? Or how would they finish this story? Because in the original, you know, it got very spicy. So how would they finish it in Action Taimanin's version of the original? So the fourth wall. Okay, so she broke the fourth wall there. Clever, clever you are, Sakura. So now the final showdown against Obro.
わね。忍法殺人か。そんな、この私が。任務完了。さあ祈祷しましょう。
Hmm. So that's what happened. So ultimately, she would lose Kyosuke in the process. It went black. And then you meet him again later in the middle of the story chapters. And then again in chapter 19. Hmm. So it's actually, well, in the story chapters, yeah, he's been nerfed, but actually taking him on by himself in the Total War arena, yeah, he's OP. He's very OP. Which is why it's just more of a see how much health you can take away from him before he destroys all your Taimanins. Hmm. I can kind of figure out who this elder is that Asagi is referring to. Well, I've already figured it out. It's basically it had to be Toyo. So then Edwin Black, he's the guy that created all these alternative realities of the Taimanin universe. Or is he one of many? Or is he just a pawn of many others? Put it like a demigod, cause I guess he's that powerful to bend reality to his will. So in a sense, lore-wise, he can never be defeated, since he always has another trick up his sleeve. That's why he's considered so OP. Pretty much, yeah. Which is funny. Cause you just whoop his ass in chapter 19 and he just runs away. So pretty much that's how the Taimanins were born. And pretty much that's the catalyst to how the entire Taimanin franchise goes to this day. Okay, so it did go through all the parts of the original animation, just removed all the sex scenes, because, you know, they didn't want to risk 18 plus, the 18 plus borderline stuff. So I guess in a way, you can call this event technically Taimanin Asagi Kai, because it removed the sex scenes and all that. Yeah, that too. Therefore making this event a bit inaccurate. You know, when you think about it, just Edwin Black, he's basically just this grand game master that pretty much can make up his own reality and alternate scenarios in the Taimanin universe. So then in this case, Taimanin Squad, that's another universe that he created among the Taimanin universe. Same with Taimanin Go-Go, RPG Ecstasy, and then the older Taimanin games. So then how would Taimanin Squad go? In a way, just like the whole Taimanin universe, it's just basically D&D, but with sexy ninjas. That's basically what it is here. So, pretty much in a way, Edwin Black basically gave us the greatest fantasy franchise to have ever existed. Since... I guess since Ninja Gaiden, I guess. You had Ninja Gaiden, which pretty much set up the foundation for Shinobi games. Then Action Taimanin coming up. Or no, the Taimanin series, which then had Taimanin Asagi as one of the games. Then Senran Kagura. And then finally, returning to the Taimanin series with Action Taimanin and the other spin-off of the Taimanin franchise. From Asagi 3, he made Taba. Taimanin Asagi Battle Arena, I assume? The BA? Or Battle Arena? Pretty much he's, or like the way he saw Ninja Gaiden and thought, yeah, I can make this sexy. And then just elevated that shit up to 11. Okay, so Taba is where Kotaro originated from. So that's where he makes his first appearance. Right, so this event, I got time. So I'm gonna save this for another time. The Year of the Snake event. Where I get Aina's, New Year outfit. So I'm saving this for another stream. For now I'm just gonna focus on Taimanin Asagi. Yeah, they really made Kotaro into a cucked character in this game. Where he's just basically treated like a third wheel. I guess for this they wanted him to have like some kind of character development or of sorts. I guess they wanted to put him into like a character development arc. Alright, let me see how far I can get with Asagi's abilities that is given to me. See how far I get. Ah, interesting. So the abilities change. And so does her weapon. So already I'm given OP weapons for each difficulty. Or at least that's how I'm seeing here for this event specifically. Pretty much. Sakura finally reached level 70. Right, so if they are gonna do this kind of format, introducing the Taimanin animations into action Taimanin, so I would imagine Yukikaze's event would be next, then Rinko's, I believe, then Shiranui and Murasaki, and then the others like Asuka and what's her name? I need to upgrade. I need to give Sakura 6 star. No, just Asagi's, because Taimanin Asagi started it. Fair enough, since it is the 20th anniversary, since the animation did turn 20 last year. Good to see you, Nox. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, considering that the animation did turn 20 years old last year. So I'd imagine, like, I guess we'd be waiting a little longer till, I guess, the other animations turn 20. From being the first Taimanin that I play with to now her finally getting her 6 gold stars.
Konnichiwa.
Thanks. Right, so... Well, you just came in, so I'll just show you the whole outfit. Pretty much the skin-tight Taimanin suit, but with cow aesthetics. Originally, I was gonna put on a hat that had like the cow ears and hoop and horns, but I went against it, so hence why you see this new version of my TaiMOOnin outfit as of now. Give it to Taimanin. Wait, what? You mean like playable characters, including like the male characters, or what do you mean?
参ったわね。いよいよ任務よ。準備はいい？ いよいよ出番ですね。
But like, as in, they're actually playable characters that you can select and fight with. Hmm. See, now that's interesting. I guess like I guess Lilith is diversifying in allowing you to play male characters, I guess. Besides using them as support. Although they probably have done that, probably with RPG Ecstasy for all I know. Since you have a range of characters to select and use, including well, not DLC, but like characters from like a certain anime shows and pop culture in Japan. Mm. So I guess they're following Woowa's route of playing both male and female characters to fight with. It will be interesting to see how that game will go. It's just as long as they don't fuck up like they did with the English version of RPG Ecstasy, then I think they should be fine. Just as long as they don't fuck up the early months of their game. At least not introducing some stupid ass debt to players. Then I think they should do fine. Just as long as they don't do that stupid bullshit, I think their game will survive. Alright, so that's 5. Oh. Ooh, okay. Oh, got it. Hmm. Oh. Well then. Just like that, I already got it. Alright. Next one. Surprisingly getting lucky with getting the rare stuff right now. Okay, I'll stop there, and then I'll continue with medium art normal mode. Since I'm apparently given a stronger weapon to use, and the other abilities. There's that eyebrow riz again. Rakusenka, Umurika, Soika, and Mueika. good time to let her ultimate charge up. Or let her Rakusenka do the work.
Asagi, Kenzan.
Yeah, I really like that passive ability that they gave to Asagi, since it fits her ninja art really well to slow down time and just strike at the enemies at ultrasonic speed. I like that they added that in. Or like a good proper combo skill for her. I feel like feels like the one that she has currently, I feel like it's not enough. At least personally. I like Satsujinko, that's good. Rakusenka's good. Want to replace Monika. It's literally just teleporting behind the enemy to strike. Also, there's no back damage, so what's the point? Only in Horizon Walker there's that, but no back damage when you go behind an enemy in this game. So... yeah, let me replace that with just Taimanin art. Just at least to use that when I play Asagi normally, not with the special event.
いよいよ任務よ。準備はいい？
To be honest, I didn't really pay too much attention to the details of the Monika skill of hers. I just added it because it was easier for me to activate in the controls. I'm not really the type to do a lot of combos in games. I just suck at doing that shit. Well, specifically for this event, yeah. But I mean, like, normally, like, you know, for dailies and stuff. But yeah, in this special event, like, the sub's already been pre-selected for you, for Sagi. All I have to do is figure out how to use them effectively. At least the skills, the actual fighting guy I already know what to do. The new mode arena. This, the challenge arena? Yeah, I took a look at this and then I saw, okay, it's just another bragging rights type of challenge thing that I couldn't care less about. Because there wasn't any rewards in it, so I just fucked off and did something else. So it's only just like point base and not really any rewards to gain here, so I didn't see much of a point in doing it.
Konnichiwa. 物資を調達するのね。いよいよ任務よ。準備はいい
？75k score for all the rewards. Is there any way I can see what rewards I get, or is it just like one of those things where I score enough points and it just gives me some random reward? Oh. Okay. So there is some stuff. All that just to get 20 gems. Psst, I rather do the battle arena than this shit. I get like 3 times the amount of gems from that compared to this. If I'm being honest, I don't think I see much worth in this. I mean, I see that some decent items I can get, but if I'm being honest, not really. I'm not really gonna be that invested in the challenge mode thing or in the challenge arena. Only things I will focus on is the battle arena because it pays me well in gems since I'm at the top class. And then this arena tower since I'm doing a stream series for this. And it gives me some decent rewards. That is true. That is true.
こんにちは。いよいよ任務よ。準備はいい？
Oh, that's special mode. They did talk about wanting to change up special mode a bit and introduce more mini games in the future. They haven't mentioned specifically if they're gonna change the rewards or something. All they said is that they're gonna update special mode at some point in the year. When that would happen, who knows? Only they'll let us know when. Imagine it was a lot of ideas. Question is, would they consider some of them? That's where it all boils down to. Because, I mean, realistically, they're not going to take all the ideas, but they will take some into consideration. And they'll only introduce a few. I imagine they also probably told that the rewards could be better as well, which clearly they need to be better to be even worth a damn playing. Chop, 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 and chop all of Obero's limbs and her head off her body and bury it in different spots. Or burn her body. Burn her body while it's alive. Not with fire, no, no, no. But with high ion radiation. You know, what you said there, that might also debunk something about about the recent chapters in the game. About the recent story chapters of how these clones were made. Because you got this clone Yukikaze running around trying to escape. And at the time, and then Kotaro, Asuka, and the others, they're there. So it's just a matter of time of when she'll run into them. In which they are probably going to get to that soon enough, around March. In which that's when Chapter 25 is going to be introduced soon. Judging by every 6 months, they introduce a new chapter to the game. Right, so... Okay, max level Asagi. And that's her weapons and abilities. Okay, interesting. So they literally have this set up to where I cannot fail easily. Just to pretty much show Asagi's almighty title. Yeah, pretty much from the lore. It's basically just adult Yukikaze, isn't it? It's basically just an adult version of Yukikaze. Without the bratty or shitty attitude that she has. No, no. Why would I want all that selected? I'm trying to save my AP stuff. I imagine a lot of the adult versions of the other characters have already been introduced in Ecstasy as well. Like an adult Renko or an adult Sakura. And then just the characters that are already adults are just much older. Or just reaching old age. The Sakura in Action Taimanin. Like her design originating from Taimanin 0. To which I'm taking a guess that's like the whole reset of the Taimanin universe of sorts. Which is basically another universe. So current timeline as old as Asagi here in the game. So I guess mid-20s, which by then would make Asagi be in her mid-40s. You tell me, Zyto, since you're more, you know more of the Taimanin universe than me. I only know enough of it through Action Taimanin, and a little bit from the Taimanin wiki. Black Cat Sensei. Golly gee, I wonder why.
みんなの様子を見ておきましょう。
I wonder if it has anything to do with this outfit.
Iよいよ任務よ。準備はいい？
It's still it's still interesting how the Taimanin universe hasn't collided with the Senri Kagura universe. Like, I feel like that should be like an entire, like, I feel like that kind of universe exists somewhere where the Taimanins meet the ladies from Senri Kagura, but they're definitely much older and more experienced. That, or they're retired, and they meet the Taimanins as this new generation of Shinobi. Probably someone out there made that kind of timeline exist. No, I know that, but like... Well, obviously, the Taimanin universe, it's set in the near future, but the Senran Kagura universe is set into, like, present day. Or, like, present day, like, early 2010s, put it that way. So, like, the timeline-wise, like, the Senran girls become much older, or pretty much, well, in their middle age, and then later on in life they meet the Taimanins. I feel like in a story like that could exist. But if we're going by release, then yeah, I guess both the Senran girls and the Taimanin ladies would be in the same time frame as each other. If we're going by release. But if we're going by timeline, then yeah, the Senran girls would just be middle-aged women, mating the Taimanins for the very first time in their lives. Kaguras and Taimanins meeting in the same universe. I don't know, it's just me. I just want to see one of the Kagura ladies in this game, either as a supporter or like a playable character. If Kenichiro can do that collab with Lilith or LeniriGaming, whoever has the authority, which is Lilith. Like, I feel like that collab should have happened like years ago, or at least like years before Action Taimanin began. But I guess that didn't happen. I mean, they did collabs with Super Sonico and certain anime characters, but not with Senran Kagura, to my understanding. Just, I guess Lilith hasn't reached out to Kenichiro to do that kind of collab. Or with Honey Parade. A horrifically missed opportunity right there. Because both series involve ninja ladies and sexiness, so how can that collab not happen? But it just didn't, simply. But at least we got... But I guess the closest to that will just be with fan art, I guess. Either that, or they had different directions of how they wanted to promote their brand. How Kenichiro wanted to promote the Kagura ladies, and how Lilith wanted to promote the Taimanins. I guess there isn't like a middle ground for the Taimanins and the Kagura ladies to coexist. Or at least not in one of the alternate universes. So then those characters, I know that they've existed in other animations, but aren't they also tied to Lilith? Or like, don't they also collaborate with Lilith? Or maybe, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there isn't like a specific character that was made outside of Lilith, made by someone else that they collaborated with Lilith to put into the game. That's what I was referring to. Like all these characters are all directly linked to Lilith. Like sure, you got like some spin-off companies that made these characters into the animation, but they're all directly linked to Lilith anyway. Let's just collect some more. I'll do 3 more.
力は戻らないみたいですね。
I wish I can click and hold so that speeds up. Or better yet, just let me input a number and then I can just automatically have that amount selected. Oh. I guess that works too. I guess that fixes. I guess that solves that problem. And they really stretched it thin with the pull here. Exhaust all of the rewards here, finally to get that last Scotch coin. And here's the reward that I'm looking for. Oh, perfect. I still need more. Yeah, I think one should be enough. Yeah, there we go.
Konnichiwa. Sonae areba, urei nashi yo.
Proficiency reward unlocks upon reaching. Oh, okay. Psh, well, that's gonna be a while since they increased it to rank 180. Yep, that will do. That pretty much shows that I've completed the event in full. Almost.
いよいよ任務よ。準備はいい？
Right. See how this goes. Also, I'm not doing the bonus rounds. I don't do that. I'm not doing the bonus part since it's just basically strength testing. Uh-huh. Okay, one of my favorite abilities here. Good. Oh, okay, and the 20th anniversary version of Asagi's supported version. Yeah, so they really have designed this event to make it literally impossible not to fail for all three difficulties. So I wonder for level 81 abilities. Don't remember. I need to go back and look at that.
井川浅木剣山何か殺人かやるじゃない無理か殺人か終身か無理か殺人か無理か終身か無理か終身か任務完了。さあ祈祷しましょう。井川浅木剣山無理か終身か無理か殺人か殺人か終身か無理か終身か殺人かやるじゃないこれ大技の終身かレッテルの暗い殺人か任務完了。さあ祈祷しましょう。
Should be smooth sailing to the last one. Since I'm literally given an OP Asagi to use. Which is rare in these type of events. Unless they want to make this a common thing now. Which I doubt that would be the case.
剣山終身か無理か殺人か殺人か無理か終身かラスト殺人かくらやるじゃない無理か大技の準備できてるみたいね。忍法殺人か無理か終身か殺人 私が任務完了。さあ祈祷しましょう。
And we got them all.
「こんにちは。みんなの様子を見ておきましょう。」素晴らしいわ。
Only fair that I riz her up. Okay, so that is a level 81 ability of hers. Oh, but however, Rakusenka also uses that hold ability. I like this more since I deliver damage from above. Guess I'll have to stick with this then. So I guess that's her usual animation thing. Just her eyebrow riz. Yeah, so that's her thing now. She's got that eyebrow riz. Do need to... Right, before I finish up, I'm just gonna change the outfits for some of the Taimanins here.
どう？こっちもまだ現役で入れるかしら。
こんな格好をするのもずいぶんと久しぶりだね。
どうでしょうか。世俗の服飾には疎いので。じゃじゃーん、どうです？この服装はどうかしら。
Just keeping it simple.
こちらのお洋服の方がお好みですか？どう？似合っているかしら。
何？私に着ろというのか？
似合ってますか？
これを着れるのか？おお、いいじゃねえか。
私がこれを着るのか？本当に？似合ってる？こんにちは。
Okay, their friend list wasn't full.
こんにちは。
Alright, now I can wrap up here. Yeah, I'm not too surprised that they had to nerf the actual original story. I'm not surprised that they had to do that for reasons. Alright, let me see who I can raid tonight. The pleasure's mine. I'm glad to have shown my definitive TaiMOOnin outfit. But you'll be seeing that more when I play Action TaiMOOnin again. Or when I stream Action TaiMOOnin again. Not the streamer. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Yep, we are rating a Neapolitan rhyme, to which they're streaming Stellar Blade right now. Actually, let me... Okay. I want to set up a raid message, so let me just type this in. So that will be the raid message then. Oh, no, no. Oh wait, did it do it automatically? Shouldn't. Right? No, it canceled it. Good. Alright, let me get the raid set up. Okay. So there's the raid message. Hello from Streamer Reno. Get that set up if you want to do that. In which I'll be raiding Neapolitan rhyme. Yeah, interesting to see how they rewritten Taimanin Asagi for Action Taimanin. At least the watered down version. But I guess the story ends the same, I'm assuming. You'll definitely be seeing more of the TaiMOOnin outfit from me in the next Action Taimanin stream, so whenever that will be, it will be there. Good night.